All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I just started recording, and I wanted to kind of cover some things that Keith Callahan's been sharing. He's been doing a lot of videos, and I don't know if you've seen some of them. I'm really loving what he's sharing about how to share the business opportunity and how to talk about Shakeology more. And I'm kind of coupling that all in with some other ways about making more money in the business, because let's face it, although we are all in it for, we love doing what we're doing and we love kind of what we stand for, we all also like to get paid, right? So I want to talk about that. I think it's important for us to kind of make sure that our eyes are still in the right direction with our businesses. Because yes, we're making money. You make money from sharing the opportunity. You make money from, selling product and all of that. But if you're looking to make sustainable long-term residual income, it really is about sharing that business opportunity. And I think a lot of people get nervous about it. Well, I know probably everyone gets nervous about it, especially in the beginning. Oops, my lights just went out. That's weird. Get nervous about it in the beginning, I think, because they're worried they're bugging people, or they're worried that, they'll offend them or whatever. And quite frankly, I've never come across someone being offended. If they get annoyed by me, I don't really worry about it too much, because I constantly remind myself of how much my life changed from being in this business. We wouldn't have relocated near my family. I wouldn't be part-time right now. I wouldn't have met you all. Well, other than Ashley, I already knew Ashley because she's my cousin. But I wouldn't have all been affiliated with all of these great people. I wouldn't have, improved my own health and fitness and a lot of my challengers. So grateful to have met them. So it's those are the things that I have to remind myself, that sharing this opportunity, if they say no, they say no, but it's remembering the value. So I'm going to kind of highlight some things that Keith Callahan talked about, which was enlightening to me, and just approaching it a little bit differently. So first, but before I get into that, obviously, once you rank advanced to at least Emerald, you are then eligible for Team Cycle bonus, and that's where the residual income is going to come from. Okay, you already know that. And where that comes from is volume. Just because you're Emerald doesn't mean you're going to make money. But if your coach, let's say you have a coach on each leg, and let's say those coaches are sharing the opportunity or selling products, they're going to build volume for you without you having to do a thing. So obviously, the more coaches, especially working coaches, you get, the better off you're going to be. And I think there's some things that we tend to forget, myself included, when it comes to volume. We all focus on Shakeology because it's our highest selling product, and that's the product that gives us the challenge pack, Success Club points, and they order it every month and blah, blah, blah. But we have a lot of products that I think we tend to overlook. Some more than others, but, excuse me for a minute, my husband is down. It's just Daddy and Ava, buddy, and Jason. I'm in here on a call. They just got home from a volleyball game. Yeah. Can we go get Daddy? Can you help Coley? He's nervous. He's kind of half out of it.
What's wrong? What are you talking about?
Okay, sorry guys. Little mini nervousness. I'm on the call, Greg, right now.
Okay, you guys get on.
Okay, so anyway, volume. Okay, so some of the products that we tend to forget about. Shakeology Boost, which you may or may not talk about, I don't know, but we use the, what's the one you use all the time, Greg?
What?
What's the name of that boost? I can't remember. Obviously, I should know it better. We use one of the boosts regularly. I should know better. I always want to call it Energize, but it's not Energize. We have Daily Sunshine, obviously. Focus Energy, thank you. That always leaves my brain. Focus Energy, we use that one all the time. And I don't talk about it enough. I don't, and I don't know why I don't. I should. Daily Sunshine, there we go. There's my product person. Daily Sunshine. The 3-day refresh groups are awesome. I haven't done one in a while, but I tend to forget about that. Kathy Benson, who I don't know if she's on this call, but she does a great job of upselling people from a challenge pack into purchasing the Kickstart package, which is great too. I'm not great at that. Kathy Benson's awesome about it. I should have her share about that. The performance line, like I love the performance line, like the Energize I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with the recovery. I actually really like the Hydrate a lot. I've not used the creatine, but I love all the other ones. They're amazing. Ultimate Reset. I've sold a few of those actually. Ultimate Reset's a fantastic program. I've done it 2 times and it's really good, especially people who have stomach issues. It really clears up a lot of issues. Derm Exclusive, that's the face line. I've bought a few products, but I have not done enough with that. And Sarah Lenore's recently been doing some videos on that on her page. And then we get volume from equipment and gear, and even some of the clothing line. We only get a little bit for the clothing stuff, but the equipment and gear, we get a decent amount of volume. So I think we have to kind of remember it's not always all about Shakeology and workout programs. Just to kind of put that out there. So just kind of want to, bring that up. Use our curiosity. It's use the curiosity marketing to start sharing about that. I'm just reading what Nathan said. It's really, oh, okay. You buy the creatine. How do you like it, Nate? Is it good?
Yeah, I do. I just actually added in with the Recover because you're supposed to drink it with Recover, like some carbohydrates. But I think it helps a lot with muscle recovery, and obviously it's what bodybuilders and stuff use too. Right. Not what I'm using it for.
What are your thoughts on women using creatine? Like, I'm not educated enough about that. Because I just don't even try it because I'm kind of like, I've always thought of it as a guy thing. They use it to bulk up.
I mean, if you're someone who is going to consistently be doing like resistance training and weight training and so forth, where you need that recovery, those muscle building amino acids and so forth, then I think it's fine. It's basically what I use it for is like the maintenance dosing, not like bulking dosing. So
okay, I didn't know the difference because I am trying to lift more. I don't want to get bulky, but I definitely want to be muscular.
Yeah, it's only
educate myself.
Each container has 40 scoops and it's like $14.95 or something like that. So it's not bad.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I think probably the recovery. I think I love the taste more than anything. But the chocolate one, I love it. But yeah, I use that after I usually when I lift or do any sort of resistance stuff, like you said. Okay, so anyway, just wanted to bring that up about the volume. Is really starting to kind of branch out some of the things that we share about. Obviously, of course, you guys all know using more curiosity marketing and attraction marketing, don't be sales people. That's really helpful. Okay, so getting into how are we going to make more money? Obviously, you all know the answer to this. It's offering the coaching opportunity. It's kind of getting over that hump of worrying about what people think and just ripping the Band-Aid off because it's what is going to make you a successful coach financially. That's just the way it is. When we think about Success Club points are super important. Of course, it's a nice benchmark for us. However, when you think about people that are making a lot of money, it's not always about Success Club points. My upline, Wendy Spencer, she gets good Success Club points. She usually gets between 10 and 16, which is great. I'm not saying those are anything to sneeze at, but she makes her massive amounts of money because she is really, I know how much she's making now and she's really doing well. And it's from volume because she's got a lot of coaches and she's got a lot of working coaches and those working coaches have working coaches and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. That's where it's at. It's not all about the Success Club. So when we're selling a challenge pack, we really always need to offer that 25% discount to all of them, even though it feels like, oh, you make more money commission you do make more money in commission when someone just purchases each month with Shakeology. But what it does do when you offer the discount opportunity, the discount option to challengers is, number one, they're more likely to stick with it. They are way more likely to stick with drinking Shakeology. And they also end up being your best challengers. And what do your best challengers often turn into? Your best coaches. Okay, so you kind of have to think about those long-term things rather than, oh, it's just a discount coach. No, discount coaches are amazing. Like the potential for them is the highest out of anyone. Rather than, I don't mean but just someone that's purchasing Shakeology on a monthly basis. So always offer that when you're about ready to sell, or they're ready to, click on the link, say, hey, I've got two, before we go ahead and move forward, I've got two options for you. I know you've all seen the script, but don't forget that. Make sure you do that. Number two, when they're in a challenge group, and especially those discount coaches, make sure that you have implemented some sort of process of inviting to the coach opportunity. Whether it's 2 weeks in your challenge group, really pay attention to the people who are actively involved so you can honestly have a conversation with them about would it be a good fit for them. And again, like I said, Keith Callahan has a really great strategy for how to talk about it that I'm going to start implementing. I really like it, and I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. But that's another thing. Those are the people you're going to be talking to, are your challengers who are checking in on the posts all the time, who are really taking the challenge group seriously, who are seeing some results. So those people you definitely want to focus on. All right, so I'm going to get into some of the information that Keith Callahan, who is a millionaire in Beachbody, and he is not one that posts all the time. He doesn't run challenge groups. He doesn't do any of that stuff. He really only focuses on the business opportunity. So I'm going to talk to you about what he does, and I really like this. So what he does, and again, like I said, I think Sarah Bry's going to try this too, but what you do is you create a master list, and that's a list of everyone you know. Okay, we've already talked about this before. You've learned it in your Coach Basics training. Just make a list of everyone you know. Then you're going to create what he calls a 10 in play list. These are 10 people who you have talked to about it, but haven't said yes and haven't said no yet. So they're kind of like in limbo. So you're always going to have a list of 10. And I love this idea. So I'm going to do this. He actually has a sheet that you could print out where you just always have a 10 in play list. And so once they say yes, they get off the list. Once they say no, they get off the list. Okay, and then your next person fills in. So anyway, so you create your master list. So on your master list, you're going to number people 1, 2, or 3. Number 1 is the people you would love to work with. Okay, so they're like your number 1 choices. Number 2, you put a 2 next to them if they're like people you don't see doing it. And a 3 are like people that you kind of like look up to and you'd be like kind of nervous to talk to about the opportunity. So you kind of list it that way. The first thing you're going to do is reconnect with them. And that's just a genuine, like normal, like you guys all know how to be people, like reconnect. Hey, how's it going? What's new? I saw a picture of your kid going back to school. How are they liking 6th grade or whatever? Just make normal connection with them. He suggests doing face-to-face. He suggests using the phone, getting on the phone. Now, I'm not saying you have to do these things, but he said obviously those are the most effective. I know, and I think Sarah's on this call, but when Erin invited, Erin's top coaches, or 2 of her top coaches, were people that she spoke to face-to-face about it. Sarah Bry and Rachel Baldwin. She had talked to them face-to-face. And that was the most, that obviously made a big impact on them. Okay, so first step is reconnect with them. And what you're going to do then is once you've had that nice conversation, reconnecting, you do the forming and everything, you are going to, there's different, like, not scripts, but the ways you're going to approach it. When you're inviting them, you're not like necessarily directing it to them. Okay. So for the number 1s, what you do is that you would say something along these lines. I'm sure you're wondering what I wanted to talk to you about. I'm not sure if you know, but I just signed up to be Beachbody coach. Well, most of us have been coaches for a while. You could say I've been a coach for a while and I'm really excited. I really love what's going on. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to help me out. Would you be willing to check out this coaching opportunity, which, if there's an event coming up or whatever, and you don't have to sign up or anything, but I'd like to get your feedback and opinion. And who knows, it might be something you're interested in too. So it's taking that pressure off, and you're just saying, hey, I just want you to listen to it. I want to hear what your opinion is. I just want your thoughts on it. Okay. For the number twos, kind of the same thing. Like, I'm excited about this. I have this event coming up. Would you be willing to check it out? I'm not looking to get you to sign up, is what you're saying. I'm not looking to get you to sign up or anything, but I want your opinion. And I just want to know if you know anyone else that would be interested in this opportunity. So it's kind of, again, you're taking that pressure off of them. You're just saying, I just need your opinion as a friend. I need to know. And they truly might have someone that's like, hey, I got someone for you. Number three, again, the same beginning. And instead, you'll say, I really respect you as a person in your opinion, and in all honesty, wanted to see what you think about this. Would you be willing to take a look at this event, whatever it is? And I want to hear your feedback, and also to see if there's anyone you know who might be interested in doing it. Again, it takes that pressure off. Then what you're going to do is you're going to send them to that third party thing. So that would be either your coach event or your coach call. Maybe it's a 5-day group that you've done before. Maybe it's, maybe you're sending them a video, which I do sometimes. If we don't have a coach event, I have YouTube videos that I use that I'll send people, whatever it is. You send it to them, and then your follow-up, this is what's going to be different for me, because I've done those other things before. The follow-up is different. It's not like, what'd you think? It's, number one, what did you like about it? And if this were something that you were considering, what are some of your concerns? And they'll tell you, and then you said, okay, thanks. I'm going to, you just basically say thanks, and I'll talk to you later. And then you take that information. You're then going to put them on your top 10 list, or that 10, what do you call it, 10 in play list. You're going to put them on that 10 in play list. And you take all the notes and the questions they have, and then you simply take the approach of educating them. So if they liked the aspect of helping other people or something, you would focus the information you provide to them about helping other people. Or if they had a concern about being too salesy on social media, you might share about something about that, using videos or whatever. So you're just kind of taking the education piece and sharing it with them with no pressure, and not even, you're just kind of focusing on what, just educating them. And if you take that perspective, it's going to feel different to them, rather than, you don't want to approach them as a potential prospect. You want to approach them as a friend who's helping you out. And you're also sharing with them, yes, you can, yep, he'll send you the script, he'll send you everything. It's awesome. And then you kind of read it from there, and you ask them, and you say to them, I've been thinking about this after sharing this information with you, and I really think you'd be good at this because, and you have to fill in a reason why. So it has to be, genuine. And have you considered it? Is this something you might consider, even though we talked about it maybe being for someone else? And that's it. Okay. That's as simple as it is. So I really liked that, taking the pressure off, because I think sometimes people feel like, oh, they're going to, pitch something to me, and I've been that way too, from people from Road and Fields and all these people. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get pitched a thing to me, so I really liked that. So, yes, you need to click on his link in his video and add your email, and he'll send you the script. I think Sarah, in a little bit, honey, go get your jammies on. So I think Sarah posted in Team All Stars. So take a look, watch the video, and he explains it all. You can get the whole script for yourself. Also, the other way is that Shakeology video that I believe I shared in Team All Stars. It's in there. Take a look at it. I'll come up and give you a kissy, okay?
Can you tell us my story?
I will when I come up. Okay, good night. They're all so tired. I think I mentioned it last week, was just about what he does is focusing on talking to people about Shakeology, not even fitness programs, just talking about Shakeology, like the benefits of Shakeology, giving samples away or offering the samples away. But don't just be like, oh, here's a sample, here's a sample, here's a sample. What you do is, you might do a promotion on your page and say, I want to give 6 samples out this week to people who like or comment, whatever. But once they like or comment, you would send them a message, and then you would give them a really good information on Shakeology. You might send them a video about what the benefits are. You might do that Tony Horton video, which is funny, and then ask them to explain to you what about Shakeology that they learned that they think would benefit them. And then after they share that information, you get their address and stuff like that. And then your response would be, I really think it would help you with XYZ. And if you, once you try it and love it, I want to make sure that you get in contact with me so I can get you that 25, so I can get it for you 25% discounted. And so that's really another way to look into getting like a discount coach or someone and again, that's in Keith Callahan's script. So I highly, highly encourage you guys to kind of, develop some systems for yourself as far as how you're going to share this coaching opportunity. It should be a top priority of yours on a regular basis, is sharing that opportunity. I know a lot of people think, oh, I'm running out of people to talk to. There's so many people out there, and it's just a matter of being creative with how we connect with people. And for me, I've been focusing on Jesse Regan and following his strategies, and I've met a lot of people through my like page. I don't even post on my personal page. Oh, well, I do a little bit, tiny bit, but very, very, very little, like maybe once a week. And I've been using Megan Eggleston's free group, and that is hit or miss with me, just because depending if I don't, advertise early enough, but it's a really good way to make relationships quick with people that you don't know very well. So, so that's my spiel for you all. And really, it's also my way of encouraging you all to talk about the business more often. I'm not saying that you're not, but I want to make sure that you guys are all talking about it. With that said, Nate and Sarah and I have been talking about doing a coaching call where the 3 of us would lead it on, I think we were talking about Monday, October 2nd. So we're kind of hammering out some details. So that would be something you can invite people to, but I also encourage you, it's important to also create your own events too. Totally, we're a team, so we can work together, and you can always invite to our events and things like that. But I also, encourage you all to kind of consider about times that you might be willing to kind of branch out there a little bit, because I know it can be a little scary doing a Zoom, but once you do them, I've done a lot of them. Obviously, you guys hop on them all the time. I used to get so nervous. Now I like 0 nerves when I do a Zoom call. It doesn't bother me because, well, first of all, I know you guys all pretty good now. But it's just practice. So that's it. Does anyone have things they want to add or some other suggestions about making more money in the business or anything with coaching or anything else? Yes, face-to-face. Sarah, do you do face-to-face a lot, out of curiosity?
I had to unmute. Am I unmuted?
Yep, I can hear you.
Whenever I can, but it's not a lot.
Yeah.
So like my last, she's not a coach yet, but she will be. And that was face-to-face. It was 2 hours, and I wasn't going to do it, but it was worth it. She signed up that day for a challenge pack, and I think she'll coach.
Awesome.
I met with Nathan face-to-face. That was right after he became a coach. I met with Kay face-to-face. I met with my other rock star. She's no longer coaching, but that was face-to-face. So It's not enough, but Carl, I'd see face-to-face.
That's right.
It helps. I think it's a huge advantage, and you just kind of feed off of each other's energy. It's just a different energy, I think.
Yeah.
I wish I could do it more.
Yeah, it's not time. I think a lot of times we do a lot of things online because it's not time effective to talk to people, but it does pay off a lot when you talk to people on the phone, get them on the phone, or if it's someone you work with, it has to, that excitement needs to be, has to be there, that passion for what you're doing. And I know when I talk more passionately, I'm way better at, talking about it and being more, I don't know, bringing on coaches a lot easier when you're talking from the heart. But I don't do it enough either. You talk to coworkers at work, that's awesome. Met with someone interested in on-demand in Shakeology, now crickets. Any suggestions? Well, have you seen that disarming message that Wendy suggested, Christy? There's a disarming message where you say something along the lines of, I know you were interested at one point. Is there something I could have said differently that, I can't remember exactly the exact wording, but usually we'll get a response out of them and say, if you can give me some honest feedback about it, something along those lines. I can find it for you if you'd like. And also sometimes people just get things get crazy. Yeah, if you look on, if you go to Good Vibes Tribe on the right side, she has all her Google Drive stuff in there, and you click on it, and she has it pretty organized where you can access it. I think it's in there somewhere. If not, I'll try to look for it. So, and you know what? When people give me crickets, I don't worry about it. I move on. You know how many people ignore me? It's almost hysterical. I don't even care anymore. I just, whatever. I think sometimes we all get, hung up on coaches that aren't working or challengers that aren't doing what they thought, you thought they would do, or people that seemed interested and aren't. And it's mindset. It really is. Don't get caught up in it. Just stay positive. We learn. Obviously, we have to learn from our experiences and what's working, what's not. And you can always ask for feedback from people, but don't worry about it. Move on. If they're not going to do it, you keep moving on, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, Christy, do you have those 7 follow-up messages?
Mm-hmm.
It's follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3. Like your third time you contact
Rachel
them.
post about that recently. I
Yeah.
think it was 4, but okay.
There's one that's 4 from Wendy, but the snippets is what Sarah's talking about. It's Raina Odell's snippets. I use Raina Odell's snippets.
Oh, I don't think I have that.
And one of them, the very last one is, hey, do you want me to take you off of my follow-up list?
Mm-hmm.
So you're really forcing them to make a decision. I like that one.
Mm-hmm. I have it right here because I use it every day.
That might be helpful to post in All Stars again. I don't know.
Yes, I have a ton of scripts that I'll post it in All Stars, and I think I posted it before, but it's probably buried. Here, I'm going to put it in the chat just so you can see it. Oh, wait, I only covered the 6th one. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, and each follow-up is 1 week apart from each other. So I will post it in All Stars, but that's just gives you an idea. So yeah, if they don't respond or whatever, I just put them in a follow-up for a week away. And usually if I get to the 6th or 7th, they will respond by then. Like, yeah, it was not good timing. And unfortunately, I have a lot of people that were in Florida and Texas that really were going through a lot with the hurricane. And they were like, so I had, they were busy. They had stuff going on. They had real issues and things going on with the hurricanes going on. So I recognize that, and it's just kind of important to kind of, and sometimes if I don't hear from someone, I'll go on their page and kind of snoop and be like, there might be something serious going on in their life. And sometimes there is, like major change or something. But yeah, just put them up in a follow-up list and make sure you track it, and a week apart, and that's that. All right, anything else? What else how's everyone doing? It's funny because Wednesday nights I see like, oh, you guys are all so tired, and Wednesday's my day off, so I'm like super woo, and everyone else is like so tired. That's the way I'll be tomorrow night. Gotcha. Okay. Anything else? Anyone else wanna? Oh boy. Okay. Like I said, we'll have a coach call coming up soon, if you want to invite to it. And just keep it on. And I also, again, the systems, I think for me, how I am though, but it really does help me when I have like a system in place. Like this is how I do. Every month I do a free group, and then I do a challenge group, and then this is what I talk about coaching within my challenge group, and this is how I follow up, and the snippets that these follow-up 7, whatever it is, sometimes it's worth like taking the day and just get your crap together. This summer that's what I did. I was like, I didn't want to miss a day of messaging people, which is silly, but I spent a day just getting my crap together, and it helped so much in the long run. So yeah, anyway. All right, everyone. I hope this call was helpful. Again, the Keith Callahan videos, I believe Sarah posted one of them. I posted the other in Team All-Stars. I will post my follow-up stuff in Team All-Stars. I'll keep you posted about a coach call. What was the other thing we were gonna? I'll see if I can find that disarming message for Wendy. And just keep talking to people and being genuine with people about coaching, and really think about that approach with talking to people about coaching, and that, taking that pressure off of them. Let's see, as people are messaging down here. All right, everyone, go get some sleep tonight. Get a good night's sleep. All right, thanks for coming on the call, everyone. You know how to reach me if you need me, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.